Hello and welcome to today's Pick a Card Tarot reading. We are channeling the energy of Hecate. So if you have been feeling called by Hecate or just happened to come across this reading, she has a message for you. I have already pre-drawn an oracle card for each pile, and I will show you each one up close. But first, I will clear the energy with a singing bowl. So let's begin. Here is pile 1 with the connections card. And here is pile 2 with the compassion card. I will now begin pile number 1's reading. Timestamps will be below. Welcome, pile number 1. You chose the connections card. So that is the angel energy that is around through Hecate. She really wants you to put time into your connections. And ponds and baths may be significant at this time. You may be called to do a foot bath and meditate and just self-care through your connections, because being social is also self-care. While it can feel like that is just us getting out there, seeing our friends, having a good time, so we can neglect that part of our life sometimes, but Hecate wants you to really put time and energy into connections during this chapter of your life. And Hecate is all about the in-between. And this pond here almost reminds me of like a portal or a ripple effect, where small efforts can have huge impacts. So you really checking in on your friends, seeing them once in a while and making that time, well, you may feel like that's not important. Hecate wants to remind you that it is a very important aspect of your life, and it can actually open doors that you didn't see coming by keeping those connections alive. But I will read the message from the guidebook for you now. Everyone and everything in the universe is interconnected. You only have to think of humanity's effect on the environment, for example, to see how our actions affect the world in ever-changing ripples. The Angel of Connections encourages you to be more aware of how your thoughts generate energy, which in turn prompts words and actions that affect the people and the world around you. Keep a journal so you can see this pattern at work. Take care to act with compassion and intuition so that the beneficial effects of your actions spread outward to everyone whom you encounter, and beyond them to the wider world. By doing so, you will attract a wealth of energy and good fortune in return. And some symbols of this card are ripple, bridge, Greek key pattern, telephone, hand, and musical note. And an affirmation you can use at this time is, I am a valuable part of the interconnectedness of creation. I am a valuable part of the interconnectedness of creation. What was coming through as I was reading this is you may feel like you don't have an impact on the world or the current world and life you are living. But Hecate wants you to remember that you are important, and we all play a small role or big role depending on the perspective in the world around us, in our communities, in our friendships, in our environments. So Hecate wants you to not take these efforts for granted and really appreciate yourself when you are putting that effort in. But I will now draw a Green Witch Oracle card to see what else wants to come through from Hecate. What does pile number 1 need to hear? You got the Broom card, which is all about energy clearing and freshening. Freshening up your space, your area, your thoughts, your energy. And an easy way to do that is using the broom. And something on this card that I never really noticed before, so it may be symbols for you or significant, is there's actually a little spider on the broom here, as well as some crystals. So you may be into crystals, or now would be a great time to start using them for energy clearing and energy protection. But if you feel like energy in your life has been a little bit stagnant, like you've been stuck in the same spot, clearing out your home and cleaning it up can get that energy moving, because it's like you're making space for the new before you even know what that new will be, which is quite exciting. But that would be a good thing to focus on at this time, is decluttering, cleaning up a little bit. But I will read the message from the guidebook for you now. The Broom card reminds you to clear away any outdated and stale energy in your life that is leaving you feeling stuck. It is time to brush away musty emotions and patterns. On a practical level, a broom clears away physical crumbs, dirt, and dust, which allows you to tidy a space so energy flows more smoothly. Without any debris in your way, your mind and magic will function more effectively. With intention, use the broom to stir up stale energy, sweep away negativity or unsupportive energy, and create a space that is ready for your individual needs. You can do this physically with an actual broom and a quick cleansing of your magical space, or mentally by envisioning what doesn't serve you being swept away. What areas of your life need to be straightened up, dusted off, or refreshed? As I was reading this, I was getting that, yes, as I was saying, clearing out your space is so essential at this time. And something I like to do to bring that fresh energy is, after cleaning or before, I like to light an incense and just go into each room and let that smoke clear the energy. And it just brings that fresh smell. And if you don't have any incense or you don't like them, also a diffuser can bring that fresh scent into your home, which really gets you in that mood of cleaning and cleansing your space. But I will now draw some tarot cards to see what else wants to come through for you today. We already had 2 cards come up here. I will draw one more. One more for pile number 1. And with the Broom card, I was also getting that there may be a habit that you want to kick, or that you know is no longer serving you. And Hecate, it wants to support you in the process of quitting, and of that in-between of transitioning from a person who does that bad habit and then shifting into a new identity of someone who does not. And that is the easiest way to stick with your new habits, is changing your personal and self-identity so that you view yourself as that person already. And sometimes you may need some reminders of that with affirmations and such. But the first tarot card that came out, as well as with the page of coins, was the Death card. So you are definitely in that transition period into your next chapter. Hecate wants you to know that things are falling away, and while this can be a transition that can feel scary because it's something different, it's not for the worst. It's going to be for the best. And while it can be hard to let go of who we used to be, old ways of thinking, bad habits, oftentimes it is for the best. Sometimes we pick up these bad habits, and maybe originally they were good habits. Even, for example, overworking yourself or working out too much. You need to allow recovery time for yourself. And it takes time to shift your identity into that new version of yourself, and that's okay. But that is where energy clearing is really going to help you. You can carry around a crystal if you feel like you need a little bit of extra protection. And if you don't have any crystals, that's okay. Before you leave the house, you can envision like a force field around you to only allow positive energy into your surrounding areas. And that can just give you peace of mind to project more positive energy into the outer world. And that is how you will attract what is meant for you. And the next tarot card you got is the Page of Coins. So it is definitely a learning period and a new beginning at this time. You may be going into a new course of study, starting a new job or training, or learning how to handle your money and yourself in a more efficient way. And whatever it is you are putting your time into will reap rewards in the end. But right now, you're just going into that in-between and that transition learning period. And let's see your next tarot card. You have the Queen of Wands. So it's definitely some creative energy incoming. I feel like you are transitioning into this Queen of Wands energy where you know your talents, you know your capabilities, you are confident, and you are not afraid for people to see those talents of yours. You're not afraid to wear those nice outfits that you have been waiting for a rainy day or a special day. Every day is a special day when we are living and breathing on this earth. So embrace your creativity in how you dress. Take care of yourself, and that is how you're going to feel more confident and more like yourself. And identify with this being that you're becoming before you fully step into it. It's also, what's coming through is fake it till you make it. The people around you don't know your past. They only know who you're presenting today. And I was also getting, what was it? Not a haircut. Oh, like some people never wear hats. And once they wear a hat, they feel like uncomfortable and self-conscious going out in the world in a hat. And they feel like everyone's judging them. But like in reality, you're just wearing a hat. And it's not any deeper than that. If you like to wear it, wear it. And say if someone does end up judging, like they don't like that hat you're wearing, well, that literally does not matter. It's a reflection upon them, and everyone has different styles and tastes. And I'm not just talking about clothing here. That could be life choices, career paths, don't be afraid to take the leap into something more unknown or something that others may judge you on. If you are not hurting anyone but feel called to go for something, Hecate wants you to go for it and grab it with both hands. I will now draw a Moonology card to see what else wants to come through from Hecate. Pile number 1. Luck is on your side. New moon in Sagittarius. That is wonderful. Hecate wants you to know luck is on your side. All you have to do is clear your energies, keep your mind focused, and go for what truly feels aligned. And opportunities might just start aligning out of nowhere, because the universe likes to assist you when you are going for something that is soul aligned. It will still be work, but they will be luck and synchronicities to quicken you on your path, if it is meant to be. I will now read the message from the guidebook for you now. Whatever is coming your way, it looks set to put a smile on your face. The new moon in Sagittarius can mark the start of fun after a period of feeling low. The energy is adventurous and even willing to take a few risks, but be careful you don't bet the farm on something here, as the wheel of fortune is still spinning. This card is about exploring the life metaphorically by exchanging big ideas with others or just thinking about your own philosophies. Perhaps it's time to change your mind about something important. It can also signal that a trip away is upcoming, if that's something you've been working to achieve. But the overall message of this card is that whatever happens next will be some sort of gift, even if that simply means widening your worldview. Spirit wants you to count your blessings, literally. Write them down and say them out loud. You need to laugh more. This is a wonderful time to start a course or study or teaching. Don't be narrow-minded. Start a week of gratitude practice. So luck is definitely incoming for you, and like this card also said, now is the time to study or dive into something new, a new field, and it will have beautiful results. And I'm coming back to this hat thing for some reason. I'm seeing someone like starting their new course or that first day of school where you don't know anyone, and it's almost like you're reinventing yourself. And that comes through with the Death card too. And the only number in this reading that came through is 13. So that may be a significant number for you, or something may be happening by the 13th of next month. And Hecate wants you to embrace this new identity that you're becoming. And don't worry about past connections and how people used to see you, because people change all the time. And no matter if you met someone 10 years ago or yesterday, they are going to have their own opinions set up upon you, regardless of how long they've known you. And neither one of those opinions are factual, and like they are not the end all be all. It is purely someone's opinion, and it is not subjective truth. So embrace this new chapter and this new you that you are becoming, because it is going to be successful, abundance, and just blessings ahead. So that is the message from Hecate. I hope it resonated. If it did, please like, comment, and subscribe for more readings. I will see you next time. I'm now going to be moving into pile number 2. Have a blessed day. Welcome, pile number 2. You chose the Compassion card, which is the Angel of Compassion. Hecate wants you to spend some time near water right now if you are able to. Ground, put your bare feet on the beach or on the dirt, and just connect with nature. I'm getting that you may have been being a little too hard on yourself lately, working yourself too hard, not taking care of yourself, thinking that you don't deserve rest or self-care. But Hecate wants you to prioritize that. Have compassion for yourself and where you currently are in your chapter and in your journey. And if you have been feeling down, meditating could help you. And I know when you're already feeling down in a funk, it can be tough to get yourself to meditate and you feel like you're still just spiraling. So something that can help is a guided meditation so that they can instruct you on what to think about, so your mind doesn't wander to negativity if you're more prone to do that. And you could look up meditations to release negative energy or to just calm your inner being. I will now read the message from the guidebook for you. Compassion is a heartfelt empathy with other people. It is a true understanding of their situation and outlook, felt as unconditional love that is as deep as the ocean. It is only human to make occasional snap judgments about others through a simple lack of understanding. The Angel of Compassion reminds you that if you take time to find out who people really are and treat them with loving kindness, they may astonish you with what they have learned through their lives, the wisdom they can impart, or the love they can share. Aim to treat each person as if he or she might be an angel in disguise. If you let the angel in you see the angel in others, you will always be in divine company. And some symbols of this card are the ocean, Indian namaste, hand gesture, emerald, rose, deep well, and heart. And an affirmation Hecate wants you to use at this time is, I treat everyone I meet with loving kindness. I treat everyone I meet with loving kindness. As I was reading this, it reminded me of a video I saw earlier today, and there's this mechanic who makes videos, and when he sees people in need, he goes and helps them. And in this recent video, he helped a borderline homeless man. It looked like he was living out of his car, but you can just tell from the tone of the man's voice that he's very compassionate and non-judgmental. And maybe you need more of that energy in your life, because maybe you have been being too hard on yourself as well as others. And it can be very easy to judge other people's situations, circumstances, and behaviors when we don't know that much about them in the grand scheme of things. And of course, it doesn't make people's actions okay if they are behaving in a hurtful way. But it allows your inner being to be more calm when dealing with those situations and to have more understanding. And no matter how someone looks, they have knowledge that you do not. We all do. And you have knowledge that they do not. We all have gained new lessons, new experiences, and learned things by having our own individual lives. While we may learn similar lessons, there are always things to learn from others. So don't be so quick to write people off based on how they look. Hecate wants you to really come out with your own positive energy so that that other person can project that back out. Because if we come into things reeking this negativity and having this negative aura, people are already going to be put off. Whereas if you come in more compassionate and understanding, people are going, not everyone, but people will be more inclined to be kind in return. Because no one wants to be that rude person to the person being kind. It's one thing if they already have that negative energy, right? So it's always better to come out with that positive atmosphere around you. I will now draw a Green Witch Oracle card to see what else Hecate wants to communicate with you. Pile number 2. What do they need to hear today? We got So, which is all about planning, setting intentions, and optimism. It's almost like planting that seed for your future and putting that positive energy and environment in so it can grow in the best conditions possible. And I'm also getting that, like the experiment where people talk to their plants or to a bowl of rice and they speak positive intentions into it and it grows better, because words are magical, and it is important to speak positive words into your environment, into yourself, so that it can grow in the most prosperous, elegant way possible. And Hecate wants you to start planning, and rather than being hard on yourself for not being where you want to be or not accomplishing what you want to accomplish, set intentions, make a plan, because just being hard on yourself, it doesn't help anybody. It doesn't help yourself. It doesn't help your situation. Just assess your circumstances and make changes from there. And try and have some optimism so that you can project that into your future, like the law of manifestation. You don't want to attract more negativity by being negative. I will now read the message from the guidebook for you. Seeds may be the nebulous concept and soil the fertile ground to nourish them. But the act of sowing is what unites the two and initializes the process of germination. When you sow seeds, you scatter them in or on the earth, asking the soil to help them grow. For a time, the seeds have to remain quiet, underground, before they can launch into the world. This dormancy allows them the opportunity to gather strength. The sow card tells you that now is the optimal time to set things in motion. Plant your seeds and nurture them. Lock in your intentions and take the first steps along the path you've planned. Act now for future yield. Prime your materials and environment for the best outcome. If you've been hesitating, now is the time to act. And a reflection you can journal about is: are you ready to start something new? There may be an idea you've been having on your mind, and maybe you've been being too hard on yourself, and that's why Hecate wants you to have more compassion and love for yourself, so that you can believe in yourself and the things you want to go for. Because if you don't believe in yourself and your capabilities, who else is going to? So I also got in the first pile the broom card, which is all about energy clearing and making space for the new. So if you were having a tough time choosing which pile is for you, there might be messages in pile number 1 as well. But I will now draw some tarot cards to see what else wants to come in for you. Pile number 2. you got for your first tarot card the Seven of Cups. So there is a little bit of confusion at this time of not knowing what path to go with. And I always view this card as like those magician acts, or those when they have something under the cup and then you have to they move the cups around and you have to guess which one is the correct cup. And that's the energy the Seven of Cups gives me. It's like there's confusion on which cup would be the right cup for you, and underneath there's all these different things, and you're trying to figure out which one will be most soul aligned for you. But Hecate wants you to channel your heart chakra in order to make the decision on where you want to go next. And meditating on it can help a lot, as well as planning. And I find in the process of planning, when we have all these different options, if you start planning for one of those options and then you think about it and you're like, actually, I really think that doesn't align for me. Planning for those different paths can help you visualize which one is meant for you. So don't just overthink, but analyze. Make a pros and cons list of what that life would look like if you went down that path, and does that feel most heart-centered for you, and is that going to light your heart up in your third eye here? Like, does it feel connected? Does it feel like your inner child is connected to that path? And will it make you happy? And your next tarot card is the Eight of Coins. So you are definitely working on your craft here, and Hecate wants you to know that you are talented and you are mastering that craft right now. And so while you may not be exactly where you want to be, you working on this craft and really getting your hands dirty and accomplishing those mini goals to get to your big goal, you are capable, you have what it takes, and it's like you're working here to get to that future you, to get to that future spot you want to be in. And your next tarot card is the Sun. That is beautiful. That is optimism. So you have two optimism cards here. Your life is going to be full of sun, happiness, joy. And on this card, there is a sundial, and that always speaks to me like things are moving in divine timing. The planets are shifting, the universe is aligning. It's not that you don't have what it takes to get to where you want to be. Maybe that is how you've been feeling, and that is why Hecate wants you to have love for yourself and compassion, because it can be hard when you've been putting work in and you're not seeing the fruits of your labor. But it's just going to take a little bit more planning and being a little bit more organized. You have the capabilities, but it's just about that alignment. And maybe you're not showing the world the real you. Maybe you're still trying to keep up this facade that you feel you are meant to keep up. But Hecate wants you to step into that light. Step into that spotlight if you want to be seen. If you are working on some online project, you will be seen if that is what you are going for. And if that's not something you want, you may be seen in your community, in your family, your loved ones. They will see that you are just glowing. And that is you stepping into who you truly are from the heart. So that is beautiful. I will now draw a Moonology card to see what else is incoming for you. What does pile number 2 need to hear? Here you got prosperity lies ahead. New moon in Taurus. That is so exciting. Prosperity lies ahead. That is great confirmation that whatever it is you are working on will be prosperous, and you are going to be glowing from the inside out just because it feels so connected. Like you just feel so, you're going to feel so connected to whatever it is you are doing. And I'm even getting with the soul card, there's like a light coming from her third eye, or his, and so you may get just an inner knowing of what to go for, and that might come during a meditation. But don't be nervous to trust your intuition, because sometimes we already know what is meant for us and we're just a little too scared to go for it. Maybe we feel like we don't have what it takes. Maybe we don't want to be seen. Maybe there's so many other options that seem easier, but they won't make you happy in the end. So it's better to go for what truly feels aligned. But I will now read the message from the guidebook for you. This card will often come up when you're inquiring about a financial matter or when you're doubting your self-worth. The card suggests you can have what you want, including material things, but you must first believe in yourself. This comes down to the law of attraction. Value yourself and others will value you too. You can create abundance. Taurus is associated with luxurious Venus, and this card holds the new moon energy. So now is a good time to make a 12-month financial plan. This card can also signal the start of a new relationship or of sexier times. If you've been wrestling with something for a long time, the new moon is sturdy in Taurus. So this is your sign to not give up yet. Get or give a massage at this time. Healthy body, healthy mind. You will soon be able to afford the thing you're dreaming of. Getting clear on what you value most will help you find your peace. Take some time out to pamper yourself. Start a standing order to a savings account, no matter how small. So prosperity definitely lies ahead, and Hecate wants you to make a list or jot down some notes on what you want your future life to look like. What do you want your daily life to look like? Because that clears out a lot of confusion and eliminates a lot of paths that you may have been considering. Because there are so many different directions we can take in this world. But if we take a moment to pause, get to know ourselves, what we enjoy, what will make us happy, it makes moving forward much easier. So that is your message from Hecate. I hope it resonated. You have prosperity lying ahead, so I really hope it resonated. And if it did, please like, comment, and subscribe for more readings. Have a blessed day.